Welcome back, my friends. Now, I'm sure many of you have been following the tragic story of Archie Battersbee. On the 7th of April this year, 12-year-old Archie was found unconscious at home in Essex and has been in a coma ever since. His mother, Hollie Dance, found him and believes the incident occurred whilst her son was taking part in an online challenge. Now, doctors treating him believe he is brain stem dead and have consistently argued ending his life support is in his best interest, but his parents believe it's their decision. This afternoon, his parents lost an appeal to delay the decision, and the court decided that this boy's life support treatment will be switched off at midday tomorrow. I spoke to Archie's mum last week on the radio. I'm delighted she's agreed to join me now on Uncensored. Hollie, good evening. Thank you for taking the time out. God only knows what you've been through. Such an emotional roller coaster. But what I was keen to do was sort of expand on what we spoke about on Friday, because what you told me on the radio, I think I changed my opinion. Can you just explain the reasons why you and your family are still fighting as hard as you are?
I'm fighting, or we're fighting as hard as we are, because the evidence that's been put over into the court is far from actually the condition that Archie's in. We've been here 115 days now. We was told Archie wouldn't last the night. He's stable. I've had a friend that's come up to visit that's actually been a qualified nurse for 25 years. It was put across, I believe today, that Archie's organs are failing. She's said 100% today that there are no signs whatsoever that Archie's organs are failing. All his stats every single day, he's holding himself very well. For somebody that's supposed to be deteriorating, you know, the courts have said today that he's deteriorating, he's losing weight. That's not the case. He's actually gained weight. That's been noted. He was weighed this week, last week. He's gained weight. You know, it's far from what's actually been put in front of these judges, but because we've been silenced, we're not allowed any medical experts or anyone sort of on our behalf to come in and challenge these doctors. That's the only evidence that's going in front of the court, and it's not fair. I thought justice, you know, a court, it should be hearing both sides of a story. That's not the case.
Hollie, you've tried the Supreme Court, you've tried the UN, there was an intervention. I know you won't keep from maintaining the fight, but what is essentially left? I find it really concerning that you say that there's almost, not a cover-up, but you don't feel you're getting a fair hearing. What do you need? What do you want? Because when you explained to me on Friday about, you know, what you were feeling and what you were seeing, very different from what perhaps has been reported, because you would understand, we've had discussions before, that a lot of people will say their heart goes out, this is terrible. Others might say, come on, is there nothing else you can do? Are you holding on to the impossible dream? How would you answer those people, Hollie?
Well, the UK seems to be the only country that doesn't have any options. In the UK, it's a case of you're diagnosed with brainstem death, which, can I add, Archie's never been brainstem tested. It was terminated. He's never had that test. So legally, he's never been pronounced brainstem dead. I think that seems to have come across, it's been a bit confused somewhere along the way. Over here, it's a case of you're diagnosed brainstem dead and that's it, it's death. Other countries, there's rehabilitation programmes if you're diagnosed with the same injury as Archie. There's coma arousal. We seem to be very cut and shut on what we can actually offer brain-injured patients.
Let's move from talking about, obviously, what's out there in the public eye. We just saw pictures of you holding your son's hand. I've got 5 kids. My absolute heart goes out to you. I can't even believe or imagine what you're going through. What, in there, in the room, what is that like as a mother?
It's hard. It's really hard. As I said before, it's breaking me, but it's so frustrating to hear what's being put across in a courtroom to what I'm actually seeing. There's nobody in that hospital that spent as much time with Archie as me. None of the nurses, none of the clinicians. I'm taking pictures, I'm videoing. I've got the evidence that Archie is progressing. So yeah, it's hard. It's frustrating. It's hard, and the hospital,
you don't believe the hospital have given him enough time to recover. Can I just read, which we have to do?
No, I definitely don't.
Hollie, Alistair Chesser, the Chief Medical Officer for Barts Health NHS Trust, says our heartfelt sympathies and condolences remain with Archie's family at this difficult time. We are following the direction of the courts, so no changes will be made to Archie's care whilst the family appeal to the Supreme Court, though we will prepare to withdraw treatment after midday tomorrow unless directed otherwise. Tell me, as a mother, as a parent, it's, what, 8:30 on a Monday night, the 1st of August. The legal system in this country says that your son's life support will start to be turned off tomorrow at midday. What do you do? What do you think? What's next?
Well, obviously I had this, I was first notified on Saturday that they were going to carry that out today. They've already told me today that we don't even have the right to take our son to a hospice. You know, it's very much what the trust wants, the trust seems to be getting, and I think the whole... It needs reforming over here. No parent should be going through what we're going through. I've spent all weekend with so much anxiety in my chest, and to be honest, we've had this from day 2, you know, being pushed through all the court cases, just no empathy, no compassion.
Hollie, it's unimaginable as a parent, the horror,
it is unimaginable.
the anxiety, as you said. I just want to finish by... Listen, I think that everybody watching this would want to offer you and your family support and love and understanding. Can you, though, if, whether it's an independent legal body or medical body or whatever, can you see a point, and please take this the right way, Hollie, because we know each other, can you see a point where the evidence is all presented in the right way, where you and your family would say goodbye to Archie? Or is this, because of your anger with the hospital, is this going to continue?
It's not anger, it's frustration that how many people have actually gone through this and not questioned it. If we was allowed specialists in of our choice, then I think maybe this might be a bit of a different story. It's the fact that we've had a block for every single thing, even down to private blood tests. Absolutely nothing. It's been cut off from day one. No, it's our way. That's it. That's all we've had from day one.
So what do you do tonight? What do you do for the next 16 hours between now and then, when a court says your son's life support will start to be ended? What do you do as a mother? What do you do as a family?
I continue to go in and I sit with Archie, as I do every day and every night. I sit with Archie till early hours in the morning, talk, go through memories, play his videos, play his messages, hold his hand.
I'll say one thing for you. You're an amazing mother. You made me think as a father. And I think that every single parent, whatever the case, would go, you're doing what parents... I would do exactly the same. I wouldn't want to believe. And all of our hearts, seriously, here in the studio and on talk, go out to you and the family. Hollie, thank you so much indeed for joining us. We'll certainly keep you updated with that story.